How to gain love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. Personal perfection of your mind. Your personal guide to continuous improvement by Dominic Ficini. Read by the author, David Yad Christian, with commentary. Your consciousness. Your consciousness is your power of being aware of who you are, what you're doing, when you are doing it, where you are doing it, how you are doing it, and why you are doing it. You also need to continuously develop your consciousness if you want to gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. But what exactly is your consciousness? Your consciousness is your power of being aware of who you are, what you are doing, when you are doing it, where you are doing it, how you are doing it, and why you are doing it. Your consciousness, pronounced consciousness, is a very important part of who you are. If you did not have a consciousness, then you would never be able to gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. It's a fact that you did not have a consciousness during most of your childhood. That's why you're unable to remember most of it. Your consciousness can only start to develop after you learn a language. You need to be able to think for yourself in order for you to be able to be aware of who you are, what you are doing, where you are doing it, when you are doing it, how you are doing it, and why you are doing it. You will not be able to develop your consciousness until you learn a language, simply because you need a language in order for you to be able to think for yourself. Realize that your consciousness puts you in complete control of your life. When you focus on increasing your consciousness, you'll be automatically increasing the control that you have over your life. You can continuously increase your consciousness by simply focusing on 1, who you are, 2, what you are doing, 3, when you are doing it, 4, where you are doing it, 5, how you are doing it, 6, why you are doing it. As you think about who you are, what you are doing, when you are doing it, where you are doing it, how you are doing it, and why you are doing it, try to see yourself from a different point of view. In your mind, picture what you would see if you were looking down onto yourself from about 10 feet up in the air. Watching over yourself with this third eye that you have will give you a greater sense of security. You'll never feel like you're alone because you'll always feel like your best friend is watching over you and protecting you. You'll also find that watching over yourself like this is a great way to develop your consciousness. And that's what atheists do. But when you're a believer in Yahuwah, Yahusha, you know that they're up there, that Yahusha's up there watching you, and that Yahuwah and Yahusha live in your heart, and that it's much better. It's what you were created for. Seeing yourself from this point of view will also give you a better understanding of what other people see when they look at you. It'll also make you feel like you have eyes in the back of your head. Realize that your consciousness can be continuously improved for the rest of your entire life. It will only take mental effort on your part to continuously improve it. Also realize that the more control you have over your consciousness, then the more control you'll have over gaining long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. Always remember that your consciousness is your awareness of who, what, when, where, how, and why. So if you wanted to develop this Messiah consciousness, what we do is we pray, Heavenly Father, Father Yahuwah, I am he who breathes life. Please come into my heart through your spirit, your set-apart breath, your Ruach HaKodesh, your Holy Spirit. We ask that you send the spirit of your Son into our hearts. He is the Holy Spirit, the Son, Yahusha, the Black Messiah. So please fill us with your spirit. Help us to decrease so that you might increase, and that we continue in your love, and that we obey your Torah, the first 5 books of Moses, and all your commandments in the new covenant, the Yahusha covenant. And so we thank you in Yahusha's name. Amen. Let it be true. It is true. Honesty. Honesty is your power to be true. You'll also need to use honesty if you want to gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. But what exactly is honesty? Honesty is your power to be true. Being honest with other people is very important, but understand that the first person that you need to be honest with is yourself. Don't be afraid to be honest with yourself about the problems that you have, because your problems are a necessary part of your life. You would never learn anything if there were no problems in your life. Learning how to solve a certain type of problem will give you the power to easily solve that type of problem in the future. But there will always be even bigger problems for you to solve. So understand that the bigger the problem, then the more you will learn by solving it. If you're not honest with yourself and you choose to pretend that you have no problems, then your problems will not go away. In fact, they'll only get worse. Being honest with yourself will help you solve many problems before you even have them. That is, prevent problems. Your life will be much easier to live when you are completely honest with yourself. If you're honest with yourself first, then being honest with other people will be easy, simply because you'll have no reason to lie about anything. Most people are not honest with themselves because being honest with themselves would mean that they would have to solve all of their problems. Realize that ignoring your problems will only end up decreasing your long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. The only way that you can solve a problem is if you admit to yourself that you have a problem. Also realize that you'll truly love and respect yourself more when you're completely honest with yourself and others. Other people will also truly love and respect you more when you're completely honest with yourself, simply because you're a stronger person when you're completely honest with yourself. When you truly love and respect yourself enough to be completely honest with yourself, then it'll be much easier for you to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. Logic. Logic is your power to figure out the best way to do something, the most helpful way to do something, the most helpful and simplest way that works, helpological, based on what has already happened. We all need to use logic, but what exactly is logic? Logic is your power to figure out the most helpful or best way to do something, most helpful and simplest way that works, helpological, to do something based on what has already happened. If you want to gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth, then you need to use the power that you have to think logically. Realize that the more logical you think, the better, the more helpful. You can never think too logically. That's because the more logical you think, then the better you will be. You will understand how to do things. Although you may not realize it, when you think, you are probably already thinking logically most of the time. For example, if you eat something because you know that you like the way that it tastes, then you are already thinking logically about that food. You know that you'll probably like that food again because you liked that food before. So understand that you are already thinking logically. But there is one major problem with thinking logically, and that is, if you have false beliefs about something, then you will continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. Now, what do I mean by false beliefs? Well, let's look at smoking cigarettes, for example. Would you say that it's logical to smoke cigarettes? Most people would say that it's definitely not logical to smoke cigarettes. There's over 1,000 chemicals in there that are poisonous. But I'm here to tell you that it's very logical for some people, based on the false beliefs that they have, to smoke cigarettes. I know, because I used to. Otherwise, they simply wouldn't smoke. The problem is that people who smoke cigarettes have false beliefs about smoking cigarettes. I dip tobacco now instead. And I don't have false beliefs about tobacco because I know that this product can cause mouth cancer. I just don't think that it'll happen to me in the next 6 years before Yahusha returns, September of 2026. If it does, then my bad. I don't inhale any smoke anymore because I know it's bad for my lungs. I'll smoke nice, good cigars and chewing tobacco, but that's it. No more smoking cannabis for me and no more drinking cannabis because I overdosed on it. Felt terrible. That was time to quit. They're making that cannabis really strong these days. If you ever buy a bottle to drink of that cannabis, that cloud cannabis in Sterling Heights or Utica, Just drink half of it. It's way too strong. They truly believe that smoking cigarettes is helping them gain some type of pleasure. And it does, it gives them some type of pleasure. And at the same time, they truly believe that smoking cigarettes is helping them avoid some type of pain. For example, the pleasure that they may truly believe they're gaining is that smoking will help them look sexier, lose weight, or relax. Or calm them down, calm their nerves. The pain that they may truly believe they're avoiding is that not smoking will make them gain weight, go through the terrible pain of withdrawal from nicotine, or that it'll be very painful to them to live without something that they become so used to, fear of the unknown. They're thinking logically because they're trying to figure out the best way to do something based on what has already happened, the most helpful way. But the only problem is that people who smoke cigarettes choose to think logically about the information that isn't even true. Looking back at myself, I feel like a fool that I used to smoke, simply because it's something that was decreasing my long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. The way I quit was by simply choosing to only think logically about information that was true. In fact, if you want to have more control over your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your future, then simply choose to only think logically about what's truly going to end up helping you gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. You can use logic as a powerful tool to help you continuously improve yourself and every area of your life by simply realizing that if something is going to end up hurting you in the long run, then simply stop doing it. And if something is going to end up helping you in the long run, then simply start doing it. I'm sure you already know this, but are you actually doing it? No one else is going to make your life the way that you truly want it to be, so it's up to you to change things for yourself. Now, although it will take a lot of effort on your part, I've already done a lot of the work for you. So simply go at your own pace and continuously improve yourself a little bit each day for the rest of your entire life. Always remember that you're already thinking logically. You simply need to start focusing on what is going to truly help you avoid long-term pain, like going into the lake of fire. Avoid that. Also start focusing on what is going to truly help you gain long-term pleasure. Doesn't it make much more sense to use logic so that it doesn't it make much more sense to use logic so that it ends up helping you and your family rather than to use logic only to have it end up hurting you and your family? Value. Value is the quality that makes something useful or helpful. Everyone needs value in their life, but what exactly is value? Value is the quality that makes something useful or helpful. If there were no such thing as value, then it would be impossible to do anything. If something isn't useful to you, then you'll have to no need or desire for it. When something is valuable to you, that simply means that it's something that is useful to you. Understand that the value of something will always depend on your personal point of view. Now, I don't agree with this statement. If there was no such thing as value, then it would be impossible to do anything. We could just strike that. It doesn't make sense. Hey, remember when I wrote this, I was an atheist at age 24. And I'm 52 now, and I'm a believer in Yahusha and Yahuwah and the Sefer. And to save 10% on the Sefer, use the code Helpology, HELPOLOGY, at Sefer.net. Limited time offer. The new millennial editions there. Get it before they're sold out. That is CEPHER.net. And you can always save 10%. Just use the code Helpology. Something that is valuable to you may not have any value to someone else. For example, a personal computer would be very valuable to someone who uses it, simply because it can help them organize many things in their life. But a personal computer will have very little value to someone who doesn't want to learn how to use it. The first person will have many uses for the computer, but the second person will have very little use for the computer. That's why the value of something will always depend on your personal point of view. Art is another good example. Some art may sell for thousands of dollars to one person, but that same piece of art may not even be worth $10 to someone else. If you don't like that piece of art, then you'll have very little use for it. Therefore, it will be of very little value to you, like this book. Here's the best way for you to figure out whether or not something has true value. Something that has true value will end up helping you continuously increase your long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. Improvement. Improvement is your power to make something more useful or more helpful. You have the power to continuously improve whatever you want to. But what exactly is improvement? Improvement is your power to make something more useful or more helpful. When something is valuable to someone, that means that it's useful to them or helpful. So if you want to increase the value of something, you simply need to find a way to make it more useful or more helpful. You improve things by simply making them more useful or helpful, by making them the most helpful and simplest way that works, helpological. When you make something more useful or helpful, you're increasing its value. The best ways to make something more valuable are to 1, make it more powerful to use, able to do more. 2, make it easier to use, simpler. 3, make it more comfortable to use, ease. 4, make it more enjoyable to use, pleasure. 5, make it safer to use. If you want to come up with great ideas when you're trying to figure out ways to improve something, you need to ask yourself great questions like these. What's the most helpful and simplest way that works? 1, how can I make this more useful or helpful? 2, how can I make this more powerful to use? 3, how can I make this easier to use? 4, how can I make this more comfortable to use? 5, how can I make this more enjoyable to use? 6, how can I make this safer to use? 7, how can I make this even better or more helpful? What's the most helpful and simplest way that works? How can I make this the most helpful and simplest way that works? How can I make it helpological? If you keep asking yourself these great questions, then you're bound to come up with some great ideas. Another great way to figure out how to improve something is to simply ask other people the same great questions. People love to give their opinion about something, so always be sure to first ask them. People love to hear themselves talk. Can I get your personal opinion about something? And then ask them, in your opinion, what would make this more useful? 2, in your opinion, what would make this more powerful to use? 3, in your opinion, what would make this easier to use? 4, in your opinion, what would make this more comfortable to use? 5, in your opinion, what would make this more enjoyable to use? 6, in your opinion, what would make this safer to use? 7, in your opinion, what would make this even better? Even more helpful. What would make this helpological, the most helpful and simplest way that works? Most people will like the fact that you respect them enough for their opinion, and they'll be more than happy to give it to you. You'll find that other people will come up with some great ideas that you may have never even thought of. Also, many of their answers will help you come up with even better ideas or more helpful ideas of your own. So always remember that other people can be very useful or helpful to you when trying to figure out ways to improve something. After someone gives you their opinion, always be sure to thank them by saying, "Thank you for your opinion. I truly appreciate it." And be sure that you truly mean it when you say it. That way, they'll always want to give you their opinion in the future. After you figure out a great way to improve something by simply making it more useful, the next step is to actually follow through with that idea. Always remember that whenever you improve anything, it will end up helping you increase your long-term love, respect, happiness, health, or wealth in some way. Self-improvement. Self-improvement is your power to make yourself more useful or more helpful. We all have the power of self-improvement, but what exactly is self-improvement? Self-improvement is your power to make yourself more useful or helpful. Self-help. Since value is the quality that makes something useful, when you make yourself more useful, you're making yourself more valuable. So self-improvement is also your power to make yourself more valuable. I hear a lot of people say, "I'm just not into self-improvement or self-help." And then I hear them complain when they aren't gaining long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. They simply don't realize that the only way to continuously increase your long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth is through self-improvement or self-help or Yah help. The biggest problem that people have with self-help or self-improvement is that there's a lot about yourself that can be improved, and improving it all seems like it would take forever. We get used to the idea that once we start something, the only time we can relax is once we've finished it. We develop this false belief because we're so used to feeling relieved only after we get something done. Understand that self-improvement is a never-ending lifelong journey. Self-improvement or self-help is not something that you can ever be finished with. And that's the way that it should be, simply because in life, you're always either growing or dying. Remember, if you don't use it, you will lose it. There is no in between. That's because the world around you is continuously improving. So if you don't continuously improve with it, then you're actually becoming less useful in relation to everything else. When you're improving yourself, you're growing. When you stop improving yourself, you can only end up going backward. If you're not growing and improving yourself, then you're already on your way towards death. So whenever you decide that you no longer want to improve yourself, then you are no longer growing. In fact, you're dying. The choice will always be yours. And sadly, most people always choose death. Some people, they just love death. You always have the choice between growing and dying. When you choose to continuously improve yourself and every area of your life, then you have made the choice to always grow. And the only way you'll begin dying is if you choose to stop improving, or if you grow old and die. If you focused on it every day, how much do you think you can improve your life in just 1 year? Do you know what would happen? If you even focus on improving your life a little bit each day instead of watching TV or TikTok and Instagram, a little bit each day for just 1 year, you would absolutely shock yourself to those around you. Try it for just 1 year and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Can you imagine 365 little improvements in your life? That's a lot of improvement, and that's in just 1 year. What about 2 years? That's 730 improvements. In 5 years, that's an unbelievable 1,825 improvements. Or what about 10 years? You'd have an amazing 3,650 improvements in your life. You wouldn't even be able to recognize your old life, would you? Now get ready for this one. Can you imagine what would happen if you decided to continuously improve your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships a little bit each day for the rest of your entire life? That's what I mean when I say that knowledge and continuous improvement is power. Now, are you ready to focus on it and live it? If you truly want to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth, then you'll need to use your personal perfection. There's simply no other way. Eventually, you'll begin to realize just how important self-improvement truly is. And true personal perfection involves the sefer. It's the only way. Success is any outcome that is good for you. We all want to have success in our lives, but what exactly is success? Success is any outcome that is good for you. If you do something and the outcome helps you, then you have succeeded with whatever you were doing. Success is any outcome that ends up helping you increase your long-term love, respect, happiness, health, or wealth. If you continuously improve yourself in every area of your life, a little bit each day, then you'll always have unlimited success in your life. Failure. Failure is when you decide to give up or stop trying. Nobody wants to experience failure, but what exactly is failure? Failure is when you decide to give up or stop trying. There's a big difference between simply making a mistake and failure. You make a mistake when you understand something incorrectly and things don't turn out the way you wanted them to. The only time you can fail at something is when you decide to give up or stop trying. When you make a mistake, you can learn from that mistake. And when you learn from a mistake, it ends up helping you. Whenever something ends up helping you, it's a success, simply because it's an outcome that is good for you. So mistakes are a success when you learn from them. Donald Trump, bankrupt 3 times. I was bankrupt once. Now I'm about to be bankrupt a second time, but it's not worth my time and money to even file it. When you learn from a mistake, it becomes a successful mistake. If you decide to give up or stop trying because you made a mistake, then you have failed at what you were trying to do. But if you decide to always learn from your mistakes, then it will be impossible for you to ever fail. In fact, you will always succeed. You succeed when you learn from a mistake because you'll have a better idea of what to try next. You'll always be successful when you decide to keep trying and learning from your mistakes. The only time you can fail is when you decide to give up or stop trying. Desire means of the Father, desire, of the Father, our Father in heaven. Desire is the feeling of wanting something. He gives you desires of your heart when you focus on Him. We all desire many different things, but what exactly is desire? Desire is the feeling of wanting something. When you desire something, you simply want it. Your desires are very important because your desires help motivate you. Understand that when you desire something, you want it because you believe that it will end up making you feel better. That is, give you pleasure. For example, when someone drives a car, it's usually not the actual car that they truly desire. They want the car because they believe that the car will make them feel better. There are many different feelings that can come from owning a car. A few of the feelings are freedom, control, power, respect, and attraction, just to name a few. Of course, you may want the car so that you can get from one place to another, but understand that you usually want something mainly because you believe that it will end up making you feel better. So remember that whenever you desire something, you simply want it because you believe it will make you feel better. What do you truly desire? Most people don't even know. What we all truly desire is to feel long-term love, respect, and happiness. And health and wealth. Usually when we desire health or wealth, what we truly desire is love, respect, and happiness. Mostly we would desire health and wealth because we realize that they are both necessary in order for us to gain long-term love, respect, and happiness. Always remember that your desires are based on your feelings, and whether you realize it or not, what you truly desire is to feel long-term love, respect, and happiness. The only way to continuously gain long-term feelings of love, respect, and happiness is to use your personal perfection to continuously improve your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships. Motivation. Motivation is your power to give a good enough reason to do something. We all need motivation, but what exactly is motivation? Motivation is your power to give a good enough reason to do something. The truth is that if you do not motivate yourself to take plenty of action, Tony Robbins calls it massive action, then your entire life will never become the way you truly want it to be. Plenty or massive action is necessary if you want to continuously improve anything. So if you're not motivating yourself to take plenty of action, then you will not be able to continuously improve anything. Motivating yourself is easy once you know how. The problem is that most of us were never really shown how to motivate ourselves. So, how do you motivate yourself? The answer is simply this. You motivate yourself with pain and pleasure. You motivate yourself with your thoughts. If you want to do something, then simply think about all the pain that you'll feel if you don't do it. Also, think about all the pleasure that you'll feel if you do it. For example, if you want to continuously improve your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships, then simply think about all the pain that you'll feel if you don't continuously improve your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships. Think about how painful it'll be if you never feel love, respect, or happiness ever again? And then think about all the pleasure that you'll feel if you do continuously improve your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships. Think about how pleasurable it'll feel if you feel long-term love, respect, and happiness for the rest of your entire life. It's important that you make these feelings of pain and pleasure real to you. You can make these feelings real to you by actually experiencing these feelings in your mind and in your body by clearly, 1, seeing the images, 2, hearing the sounds, 3, smelling the odors, 4, tasting the flavors, 5, feeling the feelings. It'll take a little practice, but once you realize that you're in complete control of your thoughts, then using your thoughts to motivate yourself will be easy. Always remember that you motivate yourself with pain and pleasure. You need to give yourself a good enough painful reasons. You need to give yourself good enough painful reasons so that you have no choice but to take plenty of action and continuously improve yourself in every area of your life. You also need to give yourself good enough pleasurable reasons so that you have a lot to look forward to if you take plenty of action and continuously improve yourself and every area of your life. You need to motivate yourself to use your personal perfection because no one else will do it for you. And when you have Yahusha, he will help you. Yahuwah and Yahusha will help you. Much more than you could ever on your own. You'll figure that out eventually. A goal. A goal is whatever you decide that you truly want. We all need to have goals, but what exactly is a goal? A goal is whatever you decide that you truly want. If you want something but you aren't willing to use any effort to get it, then realize that what you have is not a goal, it is simply a dream. A goal is not only something that you truly want, it's something that you have decided that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get. A goal is a dream with a deadline. Goals give you direction and remind you exactly where you truly want your life to go. It'll be necessary for you to write down your goals if you truly want to continuously improve yourself and every area of your life. Simply because if you don't know where you're going, then how will you ever get there? If you do not write down your goals, then you will have not have a clear idea of exactly what you truly want. Once you have your goals written down for every area of your life, it'll be much easier for you to continuously improve each one because you'll have a system, a definite plan in a logical order for continuous improvement. Your personal perfection divides your life into 4 main areas. 1, your mind. 2, your emotions. 3, your body. 4, your relationships. Whenever you set a goal, it'll fall into one of these 4 areas. I have developed a system for setting goals that you can use to continuously improve yourself and every area of your life. It's the exact same system that I use to set and achieve goals in my own life. It gives me a great summary of exactly where I'm at, where I'm headed, and where I truly want to go. When I think of the word goal, the word choice comes to mind, simply because goals are really choices. Your goals can be whatever you decide to choose. And whenever you have choices, you need to make decisions. Otherwise, you'll never make up your mind. For me, my goals are to read, study, and obey the Sefer. And whenever you have choices, and my goal is to become the most helpful person of all time. And whenever you have choices, you need to make decisions. Otherwise, you'll never make up your mind. Most people don't know exactly what it is that they truly want because they've never actually sat down and truly decided exactly what it is they truly want. If you don't make decisions about exactly what it is that you truly want, then you'll never make up your mind. If you don't make up your mind, then you'll never be able to focus on getting exactly what you truly want. If you don't make decisions about exactly what it is that you truly want, then you'll never gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. My life changed when I decided that I truly wanted to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth, and that I would do whatever it took to get it. In other words, my dreams became true goals. On the next 2 pages, take a moment and write down exactly what it is that you truly want in each area of your life. You have my permission to photocopy these next 2 pages, or you can use anything that I'm reading here, totally Commonwealth. Anyone can use it for free and make money with it if they want. but you won't because you're lazy. You have my permission to photocopy these next 2 pages first so that you can use them over and over again. For now, don't think about how you'll get what you truly want. You can figure that out later. Just make sure you write down what you truly want. My mind. If I could learn whatever knowledge I wanted to learn, what knowledge would I truly want to learn? Write down all of your answers. My emotions. If I could feel whatever feelings I wanted to feel, what feelings would I want to feel? Write down all of your answers. Make sure you write down what you truly want. My body. If my body could look however I wanted it to look, how would I truly want my body to look? Write down all of your answers. My relationships. If I could have whatever relationships I wanted to have, what relationships would I truly want to have? Write down all of your answers. Now, did you take the time to really think about what you really want? Did you make sure that you actually wrote down all your answers? If you didn't, then you need to go back and do it now. Your life will never become the way you truly want it to be unless you focus on the way that you truly want it to be. And if you don't write down all of your answers, then they'll never be as clear to you as they need to be. So if you haven't done so already, you need to go back and write down all of your fucking answers. Understand that setting goals for every area of your life is one of the best investments that you can ever make. The hardest part is getting started. Fortunately, I've made it very easy for you to get started and stay headed in the right direction, but you still won't do it because you're lazy as fuck. Recall that a goal is a dream with a deadline. What this simply means is that you need to set an exact date by which you truly want to experience your goal. So go back to your list of what you truly want and write down exact dates next to each goal. Write down exact dates by which you truly want to experience each one. You should choose dates that give you enough time to take plenty of action toward your goals. Give yourself the time that you feel will be necessary. But be sure to realize that you can get a lot done in just 1 year if you truly focus on it. If you don't experience your goal by the first date that you set, then simply give yourself some more time. Keep resetting the date until you get exactly what you truly want. The only way you can fail is if you choose to fail by deciding to give up or stop trying. The next page is very valuable, very useful, very helpful. It lists exactly the same 10 steps that I use to get whatever I truly want. If you truly use it, then your possibilities will be unlimited. You have my permission to photocopy it so that you can check it off each step after you finish them. It'll only work for you if you truly follow each step. Of course, now I pray also and read and study and obey the Sefer. You'll always get whatever you truly want if you, 1, clearly set a definite goal that gets you excited. 2, decide you're absolutely committed to doing whatever it will take to get your goal. 3, list all the reasons why you truly want your goal. Make all of the pain and pleasure real. 4, set an exact date for your goal. 5, list everything that is standing in your way or stopping you from getting your goal. 6, list all of the knowledge and skills that you'll need to learn to get your goal. 7, list all the people, groups, companies that you'll need to contact to get your goal. 8, develop a definite plan in a logical order or a system toward your goal. 9, continuously take logical actions toward your goal every day. 10, always learn from your mistakes and always learn from other people's mistakes. Let's review each of the 10 steps. 1, clearly set a definite goal that gets you excited. If your goals don't get you excited, then you'll need to set better goals. More helpful, more useful goals. 2, decide that you're absolutely committed to doing whatever it will take to get your goal. Give me a second here. Intermission. And we're back. If you don't, then you'll fail. Simply because after you realize how much effort you'll need to use, you will give up or stop trying. So, if you aren't going to absolutely commit yourself to your goal, then don't waste your time even setting one. 3, list all the reasons why you truly want your goal. Make all of the pain and pleasure real. Make the feelings real to you by thinking about the thoughts that make you feel the feelings. If you skip this step, then you will not be giving yourself a good enough reason to get your goal, and you will fail. So if you aren't going to feel the pain and feel the pleasure, then you might as well forget about making your dreams come true. 4, set an exact date for your goal. If you don't get your goal by the first date you set, then keep resetting the date until you get your goal. The only way you can fail is if you decide to give up or stop trying. 5, list everything that is standing in your way or stopping you from getting your goal. The only way you'll know is by listing everything. 6, list all of the knowledge and skills that you'll need to learn to get your goal. The only way you'll know is by listing them all. 7, list all the people, groups, and companies that you'll need to contact to get your goal. The only way you'll know is by listing them all. 8, develop a definite plan in a logical order towards your goal. In order to do this, you'll need to use your list from number 5, number 6, and number 7. 9, continuously take logical actions toward your goal every day. If you don't take plenty of logical action every day, then nothing will ever get done. 10, always learn from your mistakes and always learn from other people's mistakes. This step will save you more time, money, and energy than you can even imagine. So don't ever stop learning from your mistakes and from other people's mistakes. You probably don't realize how powerful these 10 steps are yet, but if you truly use them, then you'll soon find out exactly what I'm talking about. Realize that you'll always get whatever you truly want if you follow through with each and every step. Well, that's not true. You might not get it, but there's a good chance you will. Just keep trying until you figure it out. If you decide to skip any of them, then don't be surprised when you don't get what you truly want. You might as well click off the video. You're not going to stay. Decide right now that you'll absolutely commit yourself to doing whatever it will take for you to experience your goals. Always remember that the only way you can fail is if you decide to give up or stop trying. This information is not for everyone. It's only for Yah's chosen people. Always remember that the only way you can fail is if you decide to give up or stop trying. Be aware that the main reason people don't get what they truly want is because they believe that what they hear when other people say that what they're trying to do will never work. Always remember that there are people all around you who will try to keep you on their level, but you're the one who's in control, not them. It's a good idea to keep your goals private. Do not share your goals with anyone else unless they, too, are absolutely committed to setting goals and are truly on your side. Because most of the time, other people, especially your family and friends, will try to create doubt in your mind by telling you all the reasons why you'll never get what you truly want. So always keep your goals private and remember that you're in control. And Yahuwah is in control. Your personal perfection is a system that will help you get started and help you make all of your dreams come true. Just make sure they're biblical goals. Or not, it's up to you. A system is a definite plan in a logical order. Systems are all around you, and your body's a system. But what exactly is a system? A system is a definite plan in a logical order. The universe is a system. Our galaxy is a system. Our flat earth plane is a system. Nature is a system. You are a system. If there were no systems in your life, then you wouldn't even be able to survive. For example, if you didn't have your lungs, the system that allows you to breathe in oxygen, then you would suffocate to death. Realize that systems make life easier for you. And Yahuwah has created all these systems for you. Yahuwah and Yahusha. Yahuwah, I am he who breathes life. The Father, he's spirit. Yahusha, the Son, he's a physical entity. His name Yahusha means I am he who saves. If you truly want to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth, then you need to continuously develop and improve systems in your life. Once you start to realize how much easier your life will be by continuously developing and improving systems, you'll also begin to realize that you would never be able to get ahead without them. What exactly do I mean when I talk about developing systems? What I'm talking about is setting up definite plans in a logical order around you so that your life is easier to live. Everyone already does this, they just don't realize that what they're actually doing is developing, setting up systems around them. For example, a garbage can is a system. A garbage can is a definite plan and a logical order for getting rid of garbage. Another basic example of a system is a refrigerator. A refrigerator is a definite plan and a logical order for keeping food fresh. Now, do you get the picture? You've already been developing systems in your life. Now, what you need to do is continuously develop and improve systems for every area of your life by asking and answering what's the most helpful and simplest way that works. Pray it too, it works great. Yahuwah and Yahusha, they love when you pray the Helpology question. They're the ones that helped me develop Helpology anyway. This might seem like a lot of work at first, and it is. I was going to call it Bestology, but then Yahuwah's Spirit gave me the wisdom to call it Helpology. This might seem like a lot of work at first, and it is. But once you develop a system, it'll make your life easier to live. The reason you develop a system in the first place is so that you'll have less work to do later. Systems are investments, something that you do now to get more later. At first, you may have to use a lot of effort to develop a new system, but then later, the system will do most of the work for you. Remember that systems help you continuously gain long-term happiness, health, and wealth, simply because they make your life more comfortable and enjoyable. They increase your well-being, and they help make you more valuable and useful. If you choose not to continuously develop and improve systems in your life, then you'll always wonder why you have to work so hard just to make it from day to day. People who get ahead in life do so by continuously developing and improving systems in their lives. There's simply no other way to get ahead. Think about it. If you're doing all the work, then there will be a limit to the amount of work you can get done each day, because there are only 24 hours in each day. Why not continuously develop and improve systems in your life so that the systems end up doing most of the work for you? Now, doesn't that make sense to you? When you continuously develop and improve systems in your life, there will be no limit to the amount of work that can be done each day. Whenever you develop systems or anything else for that matter, it is a good idea to keep it short and simple. Just remember, KISS, keep it short and simple. Just remember the Helpology question. What's the most helpful and simplest way that works? That way, whatever you're doing will be more useful to you and everyone else. Also, you'll end up only focusing on what's truly important. The more effective the systems in your life are, then the more long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth you will gain. I've been continuously developing and improving systems in my life for quite some time now, and I still continue to do it every day. For example, this book series is one system that I've developed to set my family and friends so that my family and friends would have a definite plan in a logical order for understanding how to gain love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth long term. I wouldn't have come up with this idea for this book series unless I was continuously developing and improving systems in my life. And none of my family reads it, by the way. None of them read it, and none of them want to do it. So, oh well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And most people aren't horses, they're jackasses. You'll save yourself a lot of time, money, and effort by using the systems that I've developed for your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships. After you start to use these systems, you'll have the basic foundation that you'll need to start continuously developing and improving your own powerful systems and ideas. Your personal perfection is the system that will make it much easier for you and anyone that you love to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. A mental system. A mental system is a definite plan in a logical order for your mind. Your life will be much easier to live if you develop a mental system. But what exactly is a mental system? A mental system is a definite plan in a logical order for your mind. Now that you understand how important it is to have systems in your life, let's look at a mental system that you can use every day. It would be a good idea to photocopy these next 2 pages. You have my permission so that you can keep them by your bed and so that you can use them over and over again. This is the exact same mental system that I read twice each day to help remind me of exactly what I need to do to continuously improve my mind. The best way to use this mental system is by reading it twice each day, once in the morning and once at night. Be sure to get your emotions involved by feeling true love and respect for yourself as you read it. Personal perfection of my mind. Personal perfection of my mind is my power to continuously improve my mind, my emotions, my body, and my relationships. I have decided, and I'm absolutely committed to, continuously improving every area of my life. I'm continuously developing and improving systems in my life to help make my dreams come true. Mental love is my strongest feeling of caring for my mind. I'm continuously improving my mental love. Mental respect is my feeling that my mind is very valuable or useful or helpful. I am continuously improving my mental respect. Mental self-esteem is my feeling of how valuable my mind is. I am continuously improving my mental self-esteem. Mental happiness is my feeling of comfort and enjoyment of my mind. I am continuously improving my mental happiness. Mental health is the well-being of my mind. I am continuously improving my mental health. Mental wealth is the value, usefulness, or helpfulness of my mind. I am continuously improving my mental wealth. Mental effort is my power to use my mind to do something. I am continuously using and improving my mental effort. Mental knowledge is my understanding of my mind. I am continuously using and improving my mental knowledge. Right now, I'm studying 1, how to gain love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth, personal perfection of your mind. 2, the Sefer. 3, nothing else. Focus is my power to control my thoughts. I'm continuously using and improving my focus. Communication is my power to give or exchange information. I'm continuously using and improving my powers of communication. Mental relaxation is the resting of my mind. I'm continuously improving my mental relaxation, and I only rest my mind when I truly need to rest it. I work 6 days and rest on the Sabbath from Friday night sunset to Saturday night sunset. An idea is my answer to a question that I ask myself. I'm continuously improving my ideas by asking myself great questions like, what's the most helpful and simplest way that works? What can I do to continuously improve my mind that I'll truly enjoy doing? By reading every word of it once right after you wake up in the morning and once right before you go to sleep at night, you'll be reminding yourself of exactly what you need to do with your mind if you truly want to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. After I finish making my bed in the morning, I set them on top of my pillow so that I always remember to read them right before I go to sleep. In the 2 blank spaces under mental knowledge, I write in the names of the next 2 books or tape series on my mind that I'm going to be studying. How to Gain Love, Respect, Happiness, Health, and Wealth, your personal perfection catalog will list the absolute best books and tapes that are available today, not only on your mind, but also on your emotions, your body, your relationships as well. All you need is a Sefer. Save 10%, code Helpology, Sefer.net, CEPHER.net. This mental system is the best way I've found to remind myself exactly what I need to do to continuously improve my mind. Be sure to read this mental system twice each day, once right after you wake up and once right before you go to sleep. It'll only take you about 60 seconds to read, so be sure to actually read each word every time you review it. Also, be sure to get your emotions involved by feeling true love and respect for yourself as you read it. Focus on continuously improving your feelings of love and respect for yourself each and every day. Be sure to get your emotions involved, because if you don't feel true love and respect for yourself as you read it, then it's not going to make you feel as good as you should be feeling when you read it. Besides, if you're not willing to feel true love and respect for yourself for only 2 minutes each day, then you'll never be able to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. Giving yourself these special 2 minutes each day will not only make you feel great, but feeling true love and respect for yourself each day will also help you attract even more long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth into your life. Always remember that no one else will ever truly love and respect you if you don't truly love and respect yourself first. You've always had the power to continuously improve yourself and every area of your life, and now you have the system that will remind you to actually use your personal perfection every day. So if you truly want to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth, then you will. Decision. Decision is your power to choose. We all have the power of decision, but what exactly is a decision? Decision is your power to choose. This ability that you have is much more powerful than you realize. When you choose to do something, you have made a decision. That means to cut off. The main reason why most people are not continuously improving themselves is because they have decided not to. Instead, they choose to make decisions about things that aren't even important, like which brands of cigarettes is their favorite one to smoke, or which television show is their favorite one to watch. When you find yourself only making decisions about things that aren't going to help you increase your long-term love, respect, happiness, health, or wealth, then you need to stop and ask yourself why. Understand that you're simply afraid of something, but realize that fear is often the result of not understanding something, fear of the unknown. Most people never make important decisions because of fear. Usually it's either fear of the unknown or fear of failure, fear that things won't turn out the way that they wanted them to turn out. Another major fear is the fear of loss. People fear that they might spend all of their time, energy, or money on something and then only end up with nothing in return. These three major fears stop more people from living their dreams than you can even imagine. Wouldn't it be great if you could get rid of all three of these major fears once and for all? The next page will show you exactly how to do it. Decide to get rid of these three major fears by simply realizing that 1, you can understand anything by simply studying it. No more fear of the unknown. 2, the only way you can fail is if you decide to give up or stop trying. No more fear of failure. 3, whenever you lose something, it's a very powerful lesson learned. So whenever you lose something, you end up gaining knowledge. No more fear of loss. If fear is stopping you from continuously improving yourself in every area of your life, then there is one major reason why this is so. You simply don't believe that continuously improving yourself in every area of your life is worth it. In other words, the possible loss, pain, is greater than the possible gain, pleasure. If you make the possible gain, pleasure, greater than the possible loss, pain, then you will not only truly want to continuously improve yourself in every area of your life, but you'll actually follow through with it. But you won't, because you're lazy as fuck. What you need to do is decide exactly what it is that you truly want and then absolutely commit yourself to setting for nothing less than the long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. If you don't get excited about yourself and about your future, then your experience of life will always be less than it could be. So many things can seem out of reach, but the truth is that if you truly want something badly enough, then you'll always find a way to get it. So the first step is to decide that you truly want more love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. Then the second step is to absolutely commit yourself to settling for nothing less than long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth. Realize that the only difference between you and someone who has more love, respect, happiness, health, or wealth is that they're simply making better decisions than you're making. We all have the freedom of choice. We can choose to do whatever we want as long as we aren't hurting someone else while we're doing it. So why do some people have so much while other people have so little? It's simply because they're lazy as fuck. Your decisions shape your future. A person who has more love in their life has simply decided to experience more love. A person who has more respect in their life has simply decided to become more respectable. A person who has more knowledge in their life has simply decided to study and understand more. A person who has more happiness in their life has simply decided to become happier. A person who has more health in their life has simply decided to become healthier. And a person who has more wealth in their life has simply decided to become wealthier. You already know which decisions would be the best ones for you to make, so it's up to you to simply start making those better decisions. Use your power to choose exactly how you want your life to be, and then commit it to that decision for the rest of your entire life. But you only got 6 years left until September of 2028 when Yahusha returns. Realize that although most things are not going to happen overnight, they will happen a lot faster than you think they will, if you're continuously improving. How do you think I wrote, edited, printed, published, advertised, and marketed this book series all by myself at the age of 24? I simply decided to use my personal perfection to continuously improve my mind, my emotions, my body, and my relationships. If you decide to use your personal perfection, then your possibilities will be unlimited. But you won't. You might as well click off the video now. If you decide to break things down into their basic truths so that you can understand them more easily, and then you decide to truly enjoy continuously improving yourself in every area of your life, then you'll have made the decision to use your personal perfection. What you need to do is decide right now that you'll continuously improve your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships, and then stay committed to that decision for the rest of your entire life. Commitment. Commitment is your power to do whatever it takes for you to get what you truly want. You'll gain much more love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth if you choose to use your power of commitment. But what exactly is commitment? Commitment is your power to do whatever it takes for you to get what you truly want. What are you committed to? Are you committed to your family? Are you committed to your friends? Are you committed to yourself? Are you committed to anything? Realize that you have the power to commit yourself to whatever you want to. Also realize that if you're not committed to something, then you'll fall for anything. Satan loves you. Understand that your commitments give you direction and purpose in your life. So think about exactly what it is that you truly want and then commit yourself to getting it. Decide that you're willing to do whatever it will take to get what you truly want, as long as you aren't hurting anyone else in order to get it. When you try something and it doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to, simply learn from it and try again. Keep trying and learning until you get what you truly want. When you truly commit yourself to something, then it'll only be a matter of time before you get it. If you don't commit yourself to whatever it is that you truly want, then it'll probably never happen. If you truly want to continuously gain long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth, then you need to commit yourself to using your personal perfection and applying Helpology by asking and answering and praying the Helpology question. What's the most helpful and simplest way that works? Now, you don't have any excuses for not living your life exactly the way that you truly want to live it. If you truly commit yourself to continuous improvement of your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships, then gaining long-term love, respect, happiness, health, and wealth will only be a matter of time. Afterward, I wanted to take the time to personally thank you by saying, thank you for your business. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for watching this YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video. I also wanted you to know that if you have any personal questions about anything, then simply write me a letter or leave a comment. I always personally answer everyone. I'm not going to be able to always do that when there's millions of viewers, but for now I might be able to. I always welcome your personal letters and truly look forward to receiving them. Simply mail your letters to CI Books, care of Dominic Ficini. There's no place to mail it to. I'm not giving a physical address. I don't even know where I'm going to be at. I'm a millionaire in the Philippines, so who knows where I'll be. Plus, I don't want people to know where I'm physically at because the witches and the warlocks might come and try to kill me just because they know it'd be wise to take me out. What do you think about this book? I'd like to have your personal opinion. Leave it in the comment section. Please complete the 2 comments pages in the back and then mail it to me. Or you can just fill out the answers, leave them in the comment section. I do respect your opinion and would truly appreciate any comments that you may have. I'm truly looking forward to whatever you have to say, so please write to me. Please leave a comment. Any comment at all, good, bad, indifferent. Sincerely thanking you in advance, Dominic Ficini, David Yah Christian. Definitions. Content order. Personal perfection is your power to continuously improve your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships. Life. Life is the order of your experiences. Responsibility is your power of being in control. Knowledge is the understanding of information. Mental knowledge is the understanding of your mind. Power is your ability to do something. Pain is any feeling that you don't like. Pleasure is any feeling that you like. Your brain is your body's system that controls your body's functions. Your mind is your brain system that controls your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your future. Self-esteem is your feeling of how valuable you are. Mental self-esteem is your feeling of how valuable your mind is. Love is the strongest feeling of caring and is sacrifice. Mental love is your strongest feeling of caring for your mind. Respect is the feeling that something is very valuable. Mental respect is your feeling that your mind is very valuable. Happiness is the feeling of comfort and enjoyment. Mental happiness is your feeling of comfort and enjoyment of your mind. Health is the well-being of something. Mental health is the well-being of your mind. Wealth is the value of something. Mental health is the value of your mind. Effort is your power to use energy to do something. Mental effort is your power to use your mind to do something. Relaxation is the resting of something. Mental relaxation is the resting of your mind. Communication is your power to give or exchange information. Information is anything that helps you understand something. Language is a system used for communication. Thought is your power to yourself. Memory is your power to store and recall information with your mind. To learn is your power to store information in your mind. To remember is your power to recall information from your mind. An idea is your answer to a question that you ask yourself. And the best ideas come by the Helpology question. What's the most helpful and simplest way that works? Ask it, answer it, and pray it. Focus is your power to control your thoughts. Awareness is your power to sense something. To understand is your power to figure out the meaning of something. To realize is your power to understand something and then actually use it. Experience is the knowledge and power that you gain by doing something. To study is your power to use your mind to improve your knowledge. To teach is your power to show the meaning of something. Education is the improvement of your knowledge, to open up. A fact is information that has truly happened. A belief is your personal view or judgment that something is true. Your conscience is your power to tell the difference between good and bad and to want to be good. Your consciousness is your power of being aware of who you are, what you are doing, when you are doing it, where you are doing it, how you are doing it, and why you are doing it. Honesty is your power to be true. Logic is your power to figure out the best way to do something based on what has already happened. Value is the quality that makes something useful. Improvement is your power to make something more useful. Self-improvement is your power to make yourself more useful. Success is any outcome that is good for you. Failure is when you decide to give up or stop trying. Desire is the feeling of something, of wanting something. Motivation is your power to give a good enough reason to do something. A goal is whatever you decide that you truly want. A system is a definite plan in a logical order. A mental system is a definite plan in a logical order for your mind. Decision is your power to choose. Commitment is your power to do whatever it takes for you to get what you truly want. Definitions, alphabetical order. Repetition is the mother of skill, said Tony Robbins. Awareness is your power to sense something. A belief is your power, personal view or judgment that something is true. Your brain is your body's system that controls your body's functions. Commitment is your power to do whatever it takes for you to get what you truly want. Communication is your power to give or exchange information. Your conscience is your power to tell the difference between good and bad and to want to do good, be good. Your consciousness is your power of being aware of who you are, what you are doing, when you are doing it, where you are doing it, how you are doing it, and why you are doing it. Decision is your power to choose. Desire is the feeling of wanting something. Education is the improvement of your knowledge. Effort is your power to use energy to do something. Experience is the knowledge and power that you gain by doing something. A fact is information that has truly happened. Failure is when you decide to give up or stop trying. Focus is your power to control your thoughts. A goal is whatever you decide to truly want. Happiness is the feeling of comfort and enjoyment. Health is the well-being of something. Honesty is your power to be true. An idea is your answer to a question that you ask yourself. Ask, answer, and pray the Helpology question. What's the most helpful and simplest way that works? Improvement is your power to make something more useful. Information is anything that helps you understand something. Knowledge is the understanding of information. Language is a system used for communication. To learn is your power to store information in your mind. Life is the order of your experiences. Logic is your power to figure out the best way to do something based on what has already happened. Love is the strongest feeling of caring. It's also sacrifice. Memory is your power to store and recall information from your mind. Mental effort is your power to use your mind to do something. Mental happiness is your feeling of comfort and enjoyment of your mind. Mental health is the well-being of your mind. Mental knowledge is the understanding of your mind. Mental love is your strongest feeling of caring for your mind. Mental relaxation is the resting of your mind. Mental respect is your feeling that your mind is very valuable, useful, or helpful. Mental self-esteem is your feeling of how valuable, useful, or helpful your mind is. A mental system is a definite plan in a logical order for your mind. Mental wealth is the value of your mind. Your mind is your brain system that controls your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your future. Motivation is your power to give a good enough reason to do something. Pain is any feeling that you don't like. Personal perfection is your power to continuously improve your mind, your emotions, your body, and your relationships. Pleasure is any feeling that you like. Power is your ability to do something. To realize is your power to understand something and then actually use it. Relaxation is the resting of something. To remember is your power to recall information from your mind. Respect is the feeling that something's very valuable, useful, or helpful. Responsibility is your power of being in control. Self-esteem is your feeling of how valuable you are. Your self-estimation of your own worth. Self-improvement is your power to make yourself more useful, helpful, or valuable. To study is your power to use your mind to improve your knowledge. Knowledge is knowing what to do. Wisdom is doing what you know. Seek knowledge and wisdom in the Sefer. Success is any outcome that is good for you. A system is a definite plan in a logical order. To teach is your power to show the meaning of something. Thought is your power to communicate with yourself. To understand is your power to figure out the meaning of something. Value is the quality that makes something useful. Wealth is the value, usefulness, or helpfulness of something. Index. Comments. Please photocopy this page and then write on the photocopy. That way this page will always stay in your book. What did you like about the book? Please leave answers to this question in the comment section below. What did you like about the book? What did you not like about the book? In your opinion, what would make this book even more helpful, useful, valuable, or better? Please list any additional comments, questions, or remarks that you may have. Name, address, city, state, zip, phone. Please mail to. That address is no longer valid. There is no physical address to mail to. Just use the YouTube channel. Books, How to Gain Love, Respect, Happiness, Health, and Wealth. This book is no longer in print, but now you have it recorded for free. Audio tapes, we just made the audio. Videos, we just made the video. What does it say here? Books. Wouldn't you agree that this book needs to be read by everyone? Think about all the people who you truly love and respect and then order them a copy today. Just forward them the video. It would be great for kindergartners and up to study this in school. This is the second book in a 4-book series. No, it's never made the series. You'll learn so much about You'll wonder how you ever got along without it. So what are you waiting for? Order your copy right now. No order, no copy to order. Dominic Ficini, David Yacht Christian, truly loves sharing his knowledge, and you'll hear it in his voice on these powerful tapes. I hope you heard it in this recording. Video. You and your family will truly enjoy learning by watching these powerful videos. You'll be amazed at David Yacht Christian's ability to keep you interested. Well, not very good. Nobody stays on and watches. If you truly want to learn more about your mind, then the best way to do it is by watching David Yacht Christian in action. These tapes are truly exciting to watch. CDs, huh? Not available. But if you want to make CDs out of this video and sell them, you're welcome to. I don't need any money from you. I'm already rich. For children, how to be your best, learning more about your mind. No, just share this. Share this book with them. If you want to give your children a head start in life, then share this video with them. Then be sure to share this knowledge with them. This series is for children ages 6 to 14 and very easy to understand. Your children will love learning more about how to be their best. Available in all formats. Lifetime money-back guarantee on all products. If you're not satisfied with any of our products for any reason whatsoever, then simply return to us. They return them to us in resaleable condition, and your purchase price will be refunded with no question asked. The offer is good forever. Yeah, if you don't like this video, we'll refund your money. Catalog. There's no catalog. Just Google whatever you want on YouTube. This was done before YouTube existed. Mailing list. Please list anyone who you would like us to send information about this. And we don't do that. I don't have time for that. Nor do I want to do it. Here was my plans for making more stuff. Never made any of them. Didn't feel the need to. Never made a TV show. But now we got the YouTube channel, so there it is. This exciting new talk show is totally different from anything else that you've ever seen before. During each hour-long show, HalleluYAH Christian interviews one special guest and asks him or her the same great questions like, in your opinion, what's the most important thing we need to know about our minds? In your opinion, what's the most important thing we need to know about our emotions? In your opinion, what's the most important thing we need to know about our bodies? In your opinion, what's the most important thing we need to know about how to make a lot of money? These are just a few of the great questions that HalleluYAH Christian asks each guest that comes on his show. You'll learn more useful information in just 1 hour than you're used to learning in an entire month on other talk shows. Check your local listings for dates and show times. If it isn't being offered in your area, then please call your local television station and request that they start airing it. Program directors can request information about the talk show by writing to CI Productions, care of the Dominic Ficini Show. Never did it. And I'm glad I'm not doing a talk show. I don't want to have to be anywhere. See, success for me is being able to be where I want, when I want, whenever I want, doing whatever I want with whomever I want for as long as I want. And I'm living that dream already. Okay, let's face it. Our families need more quality programming on TV. If you would like to have the show in your area, then please write to or call your local television stations and request it. Or write to us and we'll send you an information packet with the names and addresses of the TV networks you can contact. I would truly appreciate your help in getting the show into your area and onto the major networks. Thank you very much. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed How to Gain Love, Respect, Happiness, Health, and Wealth. Personal Perfection of Your Mind, Your Personal Guide to Continuous Improvement by Dominic Ficini, CI Books, read by the author with commentary, HalleluYAH Christian. Hallelujah, all glory, honor, and esteem to Yah, that is Yahuwah and Yahusha. Hallelujah.